Alright, let's start with science. In the previous class, we were revising simple machines. A portion we revised. We revised what are simple machines, how they work, what are different types of simple machines, and three different types of levers we revised. We have revised first class lever where fulcrum is attached at the center, second class lever, load is at the center, third class lever, effort is at the center. Yes, and we had also discussed the different examples of all three types of levers. Example of first class lever, seesaw. Example of second class lever, wheelbarrow. Example of third class lever, tweezers and tongs. Okay, so now, and we had also studied about inclined plane and pulley. What is a pulley? What is an inclined plane? That we had also studied. Examples of pulley also and examples of inclined plane also we had studied. And what are they used for? This also we had discussed. Now today we are going to move further with wheel and axle. Now wheel and axle work together. A wheel and axle is a simple machines which are attached together and they work in a combined form. So look in the books, page number 91. I have the old book. What is the page number in the new book? 91? Okay. Okay. Then wheel and axle. The wheel and axle is a simple machine that helps us to move object across the distance. For example, the wheels in the cycle, bicycle, the trucks, the vehicles, all those, the trains, all these work for to cover the distance for the long time. The axle is a rod that goes through the wheel. Now see in the picture. See in the picture the wheel and axle. At the sides, wheel is there, and in between them, axle is there, which is fitted in between the wheels. So, the axle is a rod that goes through the wheel. This lets the wheel turn. Now, when the axle moves, the wheel also moves. So, this shows that wheel and axle moves in a combined form. They work together. The wheel of a car or a bicycle, a doorknob are everyday examples of wheel and axle. What are examples of wheel and axle in everyday life? Everyday life, wheel and axle examples are the doorknob, the stoppers of the door, the vehicles, car, bicycle, cycle, wheels, the train wheels. Okay, turn page. All of you have to mute on your own every day. I'm not going to repeat 100 times. This is a common rule. Then comes the screw. See in the picture how a screw looks like. Screw is basically used to tighten the object. A screw is a simple machine that can help to raise weights or it can press or fasten objects. Everyday examples of screws are jar lids and base of light bulbs. Jar lids, everybody have jam bottles, jars where you just put the lid like this and the cap is closed. Yes. So everyday example are jar lids and base of light bulbs. When you fit a bulb, that you rotate and then fit. So that means it helps in the fastening or tightening or pressing of the object. Then comes wedge. Wedge is a simple machine that has a pointed knife which is pointed from one side. So wedge is a kind of inclined plane where the pointed edges are used to do work like holding or splitting things apart. An axe blade, a kitchen knife, and a fork are everyday examples of a wedge. Underline the examples. You have to learn the examples of each and every simple machine. Plus all three kinds of levers also. You should know the examples. This chapter also came in the unit test, so this chapter is already prepared by you all. You only have to revise. Yes? Okay. So examples of wedge are the axe, kitchen knife, fork, Basically, which is used to slice things apart, to cut the things apart. Then comes gears. Now look at the gear image. Gears are wheels with teeth that slots together. Now when gear moves, the teeth are slotting together. When one gear wheel turns, the other turns in the opposite direction. One wheel moves in clockwise, another wheel moves anti-clockwise. Gear wheels are of different sizes and are used to increase the power of a turning force. Like we have gears in cars, we have gears in bikes. While moving from one place to another, you must have seen while your mother and father are driving the car, they keep changing the gears with their left hand. Yes, when they move on gear, when they change the gear, this machine changes the speed of the vehicle. When gear changes, the speed of the vehicle changes. Different gears have different speeds. Okay. The smaller wheel turns quickly but with less force. The bigger wheel turns slowly but with more force. Now, since the wheel is big, so it will have more force but it will move slowly. The smaller wheel, it will move fast but it will move with less force. Then, cars and bicycles use gears to achieve speeds that are otherwise not achievable by our body. You know, it is not possible for us to increase the speed of a bicycle after a limit. We cannot increase this too much speed of a bicycle. We can increase the speed of a bicycle only till where we have energy in our body. But if we are using gear bicycle, then gears are changed, speed is increased. Basically, the racing bikes, the racing bicycles, the racing cars, all they use gears with very high speed. So gears is clear. Then comes a complex machine. Complex machines are machines which are the combination of one or more simple machine, like when a lever and a wheel and axle are combined to form a cart. When more than two simple machines are attached together, then they become the complex machine. And they work automatically also, like fan is a complex machine. You don't have to use your manual power to move the fan. You just put the switch on and the fan starts moving. Vidhi, what are you doing, beta? Pay attention. A bicycle combines the use of two wheels and axle is also a complex machine. Clear? While I am teaching in class, please don't do any activity because it disturbs everything. Okay? Pay attention while I am explaining the chapter. This is the second time I am explaining it. We have already done. We are revising it. Each and every class is very important. Revision is very important. Okay? I'm not doing revision in short, I'm doing revision in a detailed manner. I'm again explaining the whole chapter. So please, children, pay attention. Do not do any such activity that disturbs me and the whole class. 20 minutes class are there. Pay attention in these 20 minutes. Come on to the exercises. Page number 93. Now, when you are going to open page number 93, make sure let's revise the keywords that are also important. Before you prepare for your exams, go through these points also. Then comes tick the correct options. Which of these is not a lever of the first class? Pulley. Pulley is not a lever of a first class because in first class the fulcrum is attached at the center, and in pulley the fulcrum is not at the center. Then which of these can help to press or fasten objects? Screw. Screw. Yes. Screw. This simple machine is used to slice things apart. Which machine is used to slice or cut things? Very good. Wedge. Wedge. Yes, wedge. This is not a lever. Seesaw is a lever, tong is a lever, stapler is a lever. Which is not a lever? Screw is not a lever. Yes, screw is not a lever. Then come on to the match the following. Lever, Nutcracker. Very good. Liver, nutcracker. Pulley, roller blinds. Very good, very good. Roller blinds. Wheel and axle, blade of an axe. Wheel and axle, blade of an axe. Wedge, wedge, wheels of a car. Wheel and axle is wheel of a car. Wedge is blade of an axe. Wedge is blade of an axe. Wheel and axle is wheel of a car. And screw is lids of jars. Lids of jars. Turn page. Turn page. Don't want any disturbance in the class. I don't want any disturbance. Give one word answer. Levers in which the fulcrum is located between the load and the effort. Means the fulcrum is at the center. First class lever. Yes, very good. In first class lever, fulcrum is located at the center. Levers in which effort is located between the fulcrum and the load means effort is at the center. Third class lever. And levers in which load is located at the center. Load is located at the center. Wheelbarrow. That is second class. Yes, second class lever. The question answers you have to learn accordingly. The diagrams from this chapter which are important you already know. All three kinds of class of levers are important. Their examples are important. Any five kinds of simple machines are important. Alright? Now your work is to read the lesson again, and if you have any doubt right now, you are free to ask. Chapter is clear, exercises are clear, diagrams clear. Right then, we are going to meet for our SST class in 10 minutes.